Stay. Good morning, everyone. Veris, you're moving mommy's tripod. You're moving the tripod. Oh. Hi, good morning. I am just trying to situate one of my dogs who got spinal surgery yesterday. Veris, sit. Oh, God, Christ. So everybody gets situated. You're moving mommy's tripod. Okay. Everybody gets situated while I situate this boy. Okay, big boy. See, Veris got spinal surgery because he was getting paralyzed. Hi, hey Tom, what's up? So yeah. Oh, there's only 2 people on here right now. Hey Will, hey Kim, welcome. Okay, my stats must be messed up because it says there's only 2 people in here. Whoa, imagine guys. Hey Jeff. So I'm going to help fix this guy. He is super doped up on fentanyl. Imagine all the addictions going on. This is Bella's boy. So he's on a lot of drugs. Give me 1 second while I put him back in his crate. Okay, big boy. Okay. Okay. Stay. Okay, welcome everybody. We're back. I'm back from the desert. And I am pretty sick. Actually, I was just at the doctor's yesterday. So I might be a little slow. Ed, your designated water guy. But I might be a little slow, I guess, with all like the fires going on. Like I've had like really bad chest congestion, but I didn't want to like not do this for a long time because I actually miss you guys. We haven't done it in a while. I wasn't able to do it Wednesday. No, I did not party hard at all, actually. It was super, super chill. But something with the air out there, I just had like a really, really bad reaction to it. So yeah, let me sip my coffee. I didn't get any. Hey, Kylie. Hi, baby. Welcome. Always love seeing you in here. I didn't have time to like go out and get my pumpkin spice. So I made a regular coffee. Hi, Allie. Hey, Rambo. Okay, yeah, my stats must be off. It just says that there's only 3 people in here. So I'm just gonna get started. Veris, no. So, Veris boy, my one dog, got spinal surgery yesterday, and they told me that I have to keep him on strict bed rest. Hey, Josh. So you're probably gonna hear some whining and crying. If y'all could just not report me to animal services, I promise he's okay. He's just upset that I'm talking to you guys. He thinks that like because I'm talking out loud that there's people here. I know, poor doggy. Veris, no. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. How does a dog stay on strict bed rest? He's a psycho. You guys have seen him. He's a freaking psychopath. And they were like, well, we'll give you tranquilizers if that'll help. And now I'm like, you already have him on fentanyl. And now and muscle relaxers. Now you want me to freaking tranquilize him. So I feel bad. I don't want to like tranquilize him. So I'm just like keeping him in there. And he will be crying to hang out with you guys all throughout this live stream. So yeah, I apologize for that. But yeah, if you guys could just bear with that. I am not Asa. And where's Tyrion? I want to get Tyrion in the shot. There's Tyrion. Okay, Veris moved my tripod. I think tranquilizers, yeah, I think they would be a bit much too. That's why I don't want to give it to him, but he's just been like whining. Mind you, he normally loves his crate, but he's like, let me out, you're talking to people, I know it. So yeah, just so you know, he actually just wants to hang out here with you guys. However, yeah, it's been a while since we've done this. For those of you who it's your first time here, how many are you? First time here. I know Asa, I did work with her when I worked back in porn. How many here first time at one of my live streams? No, I asked them about him becoming a drug addict. They're like, actually, animals don't become addicts the way humans do. I was like, oh, good to know. Any newcomers? Any first timers? European Federalist, welcome. Second time, Allie, awesome. Raising awareness, love power, welcome. Awesome, not me, not you, Bobby. Okay, awesome. So Ed is my designated water guy. So for those of you who've never been here before, I'm just gonna go over the ground rules really quick before we get started. 3rd time, yay, so glad you came back. Why aren't I on Patreon? Okay, so not my first, but first time saying hello, I'm so glad. Yeah, how about this? Who hasn't spoken ever before, but it's not your first time? Hey, Greg, any of these guys? Never spoken before, just like XG. Ferris, no. There's nobody here. Hello, hey, Brandon. Allie smiles. Okay, hey. Okay, so just some ground rules for you first timers. Hello, I'm Jessica J, former marriage and family therapist, current dating coach to men. This is the platform where you guys can literally ask me absolutely anything you want in regards to women, sex, dating, the works. Nothing is off limits. A lot of people ask personal questions about my life, and I like to be as transparent as possible because I'm also in the dating scene with you guys. We're in this together, and I want you guys to get a female's perspective in terms of what it's like for us out there. We're all just out here in this wide world trying to find somebody that doesn't make us hate it or ourselves as much. So that's how I see it. I was actually FaceTiming with my one cousin who is a guy, and our other cousin who is a girl, and just trading stories back and forth. We all go through the same shit, and I hate it when we get this mentality of us versus them. We women think oh, those men, or you guys think oh, those chicks, but really we're all in it together, guys. So I hope to be able to bridge that gap with by helping alleviate some of your stresses and misconceptions out there about women. So yeah, another rule I have is when you are asking a question or when I'm answering a question and you have something that you really want me to answer, try not to ask a question while I'm in the middle of answering a question, because then I won't see your question, because I try to make sure that Varys, I try to give my full undivided attention when I'm answering a question. Can you please, baby, please? Anyway, second rule is please be kind to one another, especially in the chat. I have women who come in the chat, so you probably saw my niece Kylie's here. I do have some cousins in, I think my cousin said she was going to show up. I do have a lot of my family members who come and troll the chat. And Kim Frederick is here. Kim is my right-hand chick when it comes to helping me answer questions. So if I'm in the middle of the question or you notice that, I haven't caught your question, Kim's in the chat. There's girls in the chat, so please utilize them. They are super helpful, and yes. And another thing is I do this on my phone, so I only see 2 to 3 comments at a time. So I sometimes might miss your question. So if you know that you have something super pressing going on right now, you're like, fuck, Jessica, I need this answered right now. She's in my bed right now. I had a date with her last night, like my cousin did. What do I do now? If you know you need it answered absolutely right now, the super chat is an option where you can donate any amount you want to make sure that I see your question across my screen for an extended amount of time. Ferris boy. Oh. And every now and then I'm gonna look over and be like, Ferris boy, shut up. So, apologies. So, yeah, we're about ready to go. Drink my water. Thank you, Ed. And let's get started. Caligula just gave an example of a super chat. Is that Thundermaker making all that noise? Yes, he is the one making all that noise. I'm sorry. Oh. Damn, Jess, how you get to... Thank you so much. And thank you, Ed, for reminding me of my water. Okay, I'm going to grab this dog and put him on my lap. So give me 1 second, guys. I don't want him to, get in the way. See, you can't even walk. What you want to do? You just want to sit on mommy's lap? Okay. Ooh, he's 20 pounds, and I turned the air off. Okay, all right. So you just stay. Okay. All right, now let's get started. Question: why do women often do all they can do to de-escalate when even when they really, in all truth, want to keep the vibe going? I wouldn't say we normally do that. That's an interesting question. Let me reread that again. Why do women often do all they can to de-escalate? I don't know. We try to de-escalate when we notice that you're starting to get flirty and we know that we don't feel that way about you. Thank you, Nick. He loves you guys. So I hope that helps answer your question, because I know if I'm really feeling a guy, I want to make sure I keep the vibe going, because I'm going to be I'm gonna be a little paranoid. They're like, oh no, like he's losing interest. So we will not try to de-escalate. So yeah, that usually happens when we're not interested in you and we're finding out that you're looking a little more interested in us than we are you. So I hope that helps. Oh, and it was your first time too, European Federalist. I'm glad I could help. Okay, will you ever date your childhood crush or friend? I would never date a childhood friend. I don't date my friends. I've never hooked up with any of my friends. If you're my friend, I just don't see you that way. But that's me personally. A lot of women are different. But if it is somebody I knew from childhood at all, whether I did have a crush on them or they were a friend, I'd absolutely be open to it. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. If you knew her, I'm guessing you knew her in your childhood. So chances are, like, you already know each other and, you know, you would be an option and she would think highly of you. So I'd go after it regardless. So great question. Okay, let's see what else we got. Why aren't I on Patreon? I don't know what that is. Okay, steps to take when you're finally ready to move on from a breakup. Oh, that's an interesting question. Okay, so when you know that, you know, the pain has subsided and you know, you're ready to get back out there. Steps you can take. You know, I always say a really good step is to look in the mirror and say, what would make me look at that guy and say, like, dude, I fucking love that guy. Because until you have that attitude, women aren't gonna have that attitude about you. Even if you are a piece of shit, if you could look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I fucking love this piece of shit. Even those guys, when they carry that attitude, women, you know, they love that piece of shit too. So if you know that you're ready to get back out there and you don't want to make the same mistakes from your last relationship, I would take the steps that first get yourself back out there. Depending on where you are in terms of like availability of women, like a lot of guys are like, no, there are no women. There are no women but my ex. I mean, maybe exposing yourself to other women in terms of like dating apps and realizing that, look at all these women here. That's always gonna help get you motivated to get back out there, so to speak. And also, I know for me, you know, I was just hanging out with my ex last weekend and he was telling me, you know, some of these girls I meet and I'm like, I'm not a good enough man for these girls. And that made me really sad to think that he would think that about himself. And he was telling me that sometimes he'd go on dates and he'd know these women were like totally out of his league. So he'd rent like a really nice car to take them out. And then it was like, well, fuck, why don't you get to a place where you have that really nice car? Because he's in a bad place right now. So yeah, if you wanna, I would think about like your ideal girl, keep that in mind. Make sure you have a list of criteria so you're not out there just like, I'll take any girl. And you can have that selective mentality in mind. I hope that helps. Good luck getting back out there. I promise there's many of other fish in the sea waiting to see you and meet you. Hope that helps. Okay, why do I make men sound like Neanderthals? Anthony, great question. I don't know if I've ever answered it on this live stream, but basically I talk really fast and my voice is like super high pitched, Anthony. So when I try to mimic men, I just try to lower my voice as deep as possible. That's what it sounds like. And I try to speak slow so y'all understand. So I'm not trying to make fun. I love you guys. My heart goes out to all of you. I know this isn't easy. And it makes me really sad to think that a lot of guys think that I'm mocking you. And I'm not mocking you, I promise. What I'm doing is I'm imitating Caligula. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get my voice as deep as possible so that like you can understand that I'm talking from the male perspective. And also I try to speak slowly because it's already hard to understand me talking as fast as I do in my regular voice. Bubba, I'm glad you love the voice. So I meant no disrespect, Anthony. I appreciate you asking me being able to answer for you. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for anybody who's offended. I'm glad you guys like the voice. So yeah, it's just a way of me helping you guys get, you know, also, like, how many of you fucking hate my voice? And how many people talk about hating my freaking voice? I like to change it up every now and then. I'm doing it for your entertainment. Bebes, no. Bebes, stay. He's got so much energy, this boy. Oh, okay. I'm glad you appreciate my voice. Okay, love it, love it. We are on a roll. Oh my God, I am not answering that question. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Jessica, drink your water. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Okay. Baby, stop. Thank you. Vit? Is that how I say your name? Vit? For me, like just waking up, you know, I'm very surprised that I look this put together. Shang, you have a great voice. Love listening. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Nobody ever says they like my voice. And you know what? I was always really insecure growing up, like, because I hated the sound of my voice. I always liked making videos, but like every time I heard my voice, I was like, ew, I hate it. So yeah. Thank you, Snowblower. Thank you, God. All right, guys. You guys, all right. Everybody's now on a compliment train of Jessica. Back to the questions. Who's got a question? Where are you from? The Philippines? No, I'm from New Jersey. Okay, I love it when you do that. You always make that sexy. Oh. All right, guys. None of you are asking questions. Okay, describe the tattoo on my shoulder. Which one? I have one right here. That says passion. So yeah, nothing really to describe. Is it okay to watch porn even in a relationship? That's an interesting question. Wow. I think it's okay to watch porn even if you're in a relationship, but my question is, why are you watching porn? Do you need it to get off because your partner isn't really doing it for you? Do you find porn more arousing? Is it just something to help you out because you never see your partner, so, you know, got a nut? I think it's totally okay to watch porn in a relationship. It's all about, like, but what is the purpose? I know for me, my ex and I we were long distance for a couple of years. I'm pretty sure he watched porn. I wouldn't mind if he watched porn, you know, have at it, especially since we only saw each other once a month. But also, like, if he's only using porn and not, like, trying to sext me, then it's like, well, what's wrong with me? I would love to help out. So, yeah. I would ask yourself those questions as well. Would she be offended if she found out why you're using porn? And if so, then that would probably be a problem. But if you really just use it because you're like, I gotta get off, it's the morning, I gotta get to work, can't go to work with this boner, then fine. But that would need to be explained. So yeah, just as long as you know your reason why, and if it's harmless, it's harmless. Fuck it. Okay, is it a good idea to first seem interested in a girl, then pull away for a little bit? Okay, you know what? I am not a fan of these games. I say if you like her, obviously let her know. You know, but my cousin has a really great attitude about it, and he's so funny. So my one cousin who I was on the phone with just now before I got on here, he told me he'd be on this live stream, but he isn't. But he was telling me that, you know, so he was on the phone with me and my one girl cousin, and he had a date last night. We're like, hey, how'd your date go? And he was like, it was good. Oh, we were like, you don't seem that fucking excited. And he was like, no, it was really good. I was very attracted to her. I had a chubs, like, middle of the date. And we were like, ew. We're like, then why aren't you that excited? And then I said to my cousin, maybe it's because we're girls and he's not. And he was like, no, you know, like, just still getting to know her. So, like, wow, what a great fucking attitude. He doesn't even know her yet. So, yeah, he could say he had a great date, but you don't need to be overly invested until you have a lot to be excited about. A lot of guys, and I was explaining this to him, a lot of guys will meet the girl and be like, I'm interested, let me show her I'm so interested. But you don't even know that much about her. So it's a matter of, does she qualify for all the things I want in a woman? Okay, so last night was our first date. We had a great conversation, great back and forth, great things. But I don't know that much more about her other than we had a great conversation. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not a matter of like, show her I'm interested, then back off. It's a matter of like, okay, I'm interested in XYZ, but I don't know enough yet to be super invested and interested in everything. So that's why some guys seem like they're playing games, because us women, like me and my cousin, are like, oh my God, great date. Like, that's how girls get after a good first date, which is why girls are so much more, you know, we are so much more seen as like being overly into guys and like, all right, water, all right. But yeah, so I hope that helps answer your question. Really great question. We've never gotten that before. Great questions. Okay, so next one from Brandon. Is it okay for a guy to date if he's broke? Not saying he's not trying. Okay, are you talking about yourself? Brandon, I'm just messing with you. Okay, not saying he's not trying to better himself, but he's struggling. Should he wait till he has his money together first? This is a great, Josh, thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna answer Brandon's question first. Don, thank you for the super chat. You don't need to pay me to say you're sorry. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so getting back to Brandon's question, should you date if you're broke? And this is such a great question because so many guys will put off dating if they know that they're not in a position to take care of a woman, so to speak, which is all good and fine. Men are more notorious for wanting to get their career situated and their money situated first before dating. We women will be like, fuck it, he'll take care of me. Because you guys are so much more inclined to have that mentality of I'm dating to eventually meet a woman I could have a life with and be able to support her. You're probably not thinking that far in advance, but I will say this, if you're broke and you know that you're focusing on your money and you know that dating is taking away from that focus, then it's a bad thing. I know for my ex, bless his heart, I hope he never sees this. I mean, no, fine. I mean, he probably fucking will. Now I feel bad. I hope none of the girls he's dating sees this. But he basically told me that he's dating all these girls and he's dating so many girls and he's so broke right now and he's unemployed, looking for a job, trying to get his business started. And he straight up told me, like, I'm dating these girls to basically like escape from how much I hate where I'm at in my life right now. And he's meeting these girls and they're paying for him all the time and they're helping him escape, but he's also not capable of giving the love and attention and time that these girls require. And when he does give anything to them, he hates himself for it because he's like, oh, it's taking away from my focus. And at the same time, it helps him like escape from how difficult his life has become. So if you're in that kind of situation, I would say hold off on dating. You worry about yourself first and foremost, worry about yourself. If you happen to meet somebody and you you get along and vibe, then that's a different story. And if she really loves you and she's really worth it, then she'll stick around with you through that difficult time. However, making a point to meet somebody in this time, I would say, will only distract you from you taking care of yourself. So I hope that helps. Great question. Okay, back to Josh. Are there any tips to make sure that what you're on your way to Pound Town, you don't get so nervous that you can't salute to the flag, that you're... Okay, Josh, there are so many. That is a difficult question to answer because one, it's so, okay. Any tips to make sure that when you're on your way to Pound Town, you don't get so nervous? You know what, this is a big deal, especially with younger guys. You would think that one of my friends was like, yeah, I remember when I was losing my virginity, I got so nervous that I couldn't get it up. And then once I got it up, I couldn't keep it up. Guys, you need to stay focused in the moment. Remember that you like this girl. Remember that this girl really likes you. Remember that she's got a banging body that she's letting you see naked. You need to focus on these things. Anything else, you're going back into your head and your dick is like, well, I guess we're not here. I'll just go down for a second. Once you are focused in that moment heavily, your member will react accordingly. But the second you escape in here is the second your member says, well, I guess we're checking out. So yeah, I hope that helps, Josh. Really great question. Super, super, bring her to the brink. If you don't have it or if you don't know about it, my one program absolutely helps with that stuff to help keep you grounded in the moment and help keep her pleased while you're keeping yourself. So yeah, thank you for the question, Josh. Okay, Lazarus, I sort of told that chick at work that I have a crush on her. Woo! Got little weird vibes, but she still talked to me afterwards. One night, I thought she ignored my text, but she texted back at 3 a.m. Look at chat for the question. Lazarus, how am I supposed to find the freaking question? Oh, I'm guessing maybe, I don't know if you guys are confined in terms of that box. So yeah, I just said this to my one girlfriend this morning, who's making a YouTube channel. It depends on what your goal is. If this is somebody you want to get to know this person. If this is somebody you want to fuck, Make it known already. It depends on what your goal is. If you like her, you know, be more forthcoming about it. And if she's being weird about it, I would just talk to her already. You know, you guys work with one another. You've had enough interactions at this point. Although I don't know what your question is, it sounds like you're into her enough. So seeing these little things, if she gave you a weird vibe, I would pull back a little bit and see what happens from there. So we'll see. Keep us posted, Les. Okay, I can give you a facial, Jessica. You seem cool. Wow, Harry, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. What does a blue heart emoji? Oh my God, I made it. I never make it to these. Welcome, Davy Jones. I'm so stoked. Thank you, Ed. Okay. Bears, please stay put, please. Okay, we are on a roll. Varys is desperate to, what do you want? What do you want? You're here with mommy. You're here with mommy. Okay. Okay, all right. Varys, please stay. Okay. Is that better? Is that better? Ay, nako. Nako, Varys. Okay, let me get back to your questions. We are keeping him awake. Yes, we are. What does a blue heart emoji mean for a girl? I'm not sure what the different color heart emojis mean, to be honest. I just put red every time. I did the pullback and she always appears next to me telling me about stuff. Oh God, this girl sounds like she's just playing games. She might just want the attention and appreciate it at work. I don't know. I think it might be time to be extremely honest with her, my dear. Boston telling me to drink water. I just drank water and I didn't get my pumpkin spice, Andrew. I had to make coffee because I've been sick. I didn't wake up early enough. I've had this dog who had surgery. Guys, remind me to never go out into the desert ever again. I'm just kidding. I loved it. Okay, DR. Seeing X again. Ooh, she says she loves me and wants us to work out. Problem, she has a what? She has a scuba trip planned with 2 straight guy friends in 4 weeks. What? Not sure how to deal. Okay, here's the thing. If you trust her and you love her, then as much as I hate to say it, then that you just gotta keep that in mind. Don't forget her. You know what? When me and my ex were together, I ended up going on a trip through the Colombian jungles, and it was me and about 20 men, all straight men. And you know, it kind of drove him crazy, and I don't blame him. I was literally the only girl, mostly because I'm usually the only girl on business trips, especially doing what we do. But you know, and he I don't know if he trusted me enough, but you bet your ass, because I loved him, there was no way anything was gonna happen. And I did like have to sleep in the middle of the jungle with these people. I had to like, you know, get intimate with our space and like everything that was happening with us. But at the same time, like I knew where my heart was. And yeah, it's all about trust. And you know, you have to figure out why she was your ex in the first place, if you really do want to get back together, and what that's going to entail. So yeah, I would just be super honest with her about it. Very, very honest and transparent. Okay, serious question. Is your chat moderated? Low effort trolling going on? No, it's not moderated. I don't know how to moderate it, to be honest. But, if you guys want to give me some tips on how to moderate it, that'd be great. It's just like me waking up in the morning talking to y'all. I should probably do that though. That's a good point. Do you recommend dating app website? You know what? So I have my cousins, I have all my cousins trying Hinge now. It's less superficial than Bumble and Tinder, and I recently reactivated mine to just like see what's out there. And basically you're able to like people's questions and answers, where they fill in like, oh, what is your dream date? Or who is your dream dinner guest? Or 2 truths and 1 lie. It's really cool like that, and you can specifically comment to those things. I really like that, to be honest. I just put my grandpa on eHarmony. I think eHarmony is great, depending on how serious you are. So yeah, those 2, depending on your seriousness, I would use those. I hope that helps. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy back because I I can't with him. He's killing me. Okay, Veris boy. Did you want... Please hold, guys, while I put him away. Did you want water, Veris boy? Because of your medicine? No? Okay. You're going to go back to your crate. Back to your crate. Please be good boy. Please be good boy. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn this down. Okay. All right. She has her grandfather on a dating app. Yeah, he really wanted to try eHarmony. My grandmother died last Christmas, actually. And, you know, he feels like he was ready to get back out there. And then I had to ask him, like, really personal questions, like, how important is sex to you? And he was like, very important. I'm like, oh, God, Grandpa. But, yeah, he's not on it anymore because he decided that he's still taking time to heal over my grandma. So, yeah, but it was really interesting to be able to see the older side of dating sites, which I'm sure none of you are in that position. He's 85. But if there are 85-year-olds on here, great, awesome, welcome. My ethnicity is Filipino. Good boy, Veris, stay. Okay, so let's get Grandpa Does Rock. He's fucking awesome. Okay, the dude from Friday died. Yeah, I noticed. Oh, I saw that. Okay, back to, okay. I want to speak to Spark Arousal only to use it to have better conversations with women at my job. That's great. Not trying to date them. Yeah, you know what? That's funny you mentioned that. Who asked me that? Pro Joker. That's funny you mentioned that. I actually turned Speak to Spark Arousal into a regular conversation product for men and women, specifically at work. And in your regular life, because it really is just learning how to conversate better, learning how to cut past the bullshit and the small talk, and learning how to get to know one another better and feel deeper connections within your conversations. If you don't want to spark arousal, just don't do the last part. But it is a 3-step process. It is a matter of your mindset. So that would be a great way to do that, Pro Joker. So great question. I noticed you had it a bunch of times, and I'm sorry for putting it off for too long. So yeah, I hope that helps. It would be a really, really great asset to you for sure. What does being direct mean to women? I'm not sure what you mean by that, MJ. Can you clarify that? What's the best perfume to grab her attention? You know what? I actually talked about this yesterday in my video about not stinking. But in terms of good cologne, it's going to be different for every guy because it's going to interact with your natural scent, right? We all have different natural scents. So I recommended that you do go to Sephora. There's a whole wall of colognes and a whole army of women waiting to help guys specifically with this issue. And I promise you'll learn a lot more about what scents give off what emotions or, you know, what mood you're trying to give off. So I would absolutely do that. And especially because they can see you and interact with you and like get to know you a little bit, they'll know what vibe you're trying to give off. So I recommend everybody go to Sephora. I mean, I could tell you that like I liked it when my man wore Chanel Blue, but that's because the scent on him smelled amazing. Chanel Blue, Jose, we said it at the same fucking time. That's hilarious. So yeah, I would say that, but like, again, it's all about how your scent interacts with that. My one girlfriend wears Marc Jacobs Daisy and it smells amazing on her. Like every time I smell her, I'm just like, oh, Marie. But when I tried using it, it didn't feel the same. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, and women are very susceptible and sensitive to the smells of a man. So I would absolutely head over to Sephora, everybody, and have one of those chicks help you out. I hope that helps. Okay, let's see. If a girl flakes on you, how many times should you forgive her? Oh no! Flake on me once, shame on you. Flake on me twice, shame on me. That's the rule. Here's the thing. If she flakes on you, and also depending like the amount of time, if she flakes on you last minute and it is an absolute emergency, fine, you can give it to her once. But if she's not the one making the valiant effort to make it up to you and see you, cut her loose. Cut her loose. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, I hope that helps. Okay, what was I a sexy leader? Oh my goodness. Okay, what would you do if you went on a date and found out he was oh my God, and I found out he was a subscriber? I'm not gonna lie. I reactivated not reactivated. I joined Match. I accidentally joined Match.com when me and my ex broke up. And I had a bunch of people reach out and be like, oh my God, are you Jessica J? And I was like, fuck, I forgot. I'm a real person and I'm also like Jessica J. So I was, if I went on a date and then I found out he was a subscriber and he didn't tell me before I made it onto the date, I would be really weirded out. I would have to know that you know about it already for me to feel comfortable. But if I went on a date and he was like, so by the way, I'm on your YouTube channel, then I'd be like really creeped out. But I would have to know up front to be okay with it. Which I'm starting to find is now like really weird because people are starting to recognize me, which is great news for my channel, for my brand and what I'm doing. But like the fact that I don't know, dating was already hard enough as like a nobody. Yes, water. Thank you guys. Okay, where are those colognes with the gals going to help? Sephora. Sephora. Kim, could you type that out just so the guys can see how it's written? How long have you had a YouTube channel? A couple months now. I tried it a couple years back, way back, 4 years. I think I did like 4 videos and I got really self-conscious because of all the haters. And back then, I hated myself back then. Thank you, Kim. You're my star. So yeah, I got like very deterred because of all like the negativity, all the negative comments, not getting enough views. So yeah, I put it to the side. And then a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago, actually at this point, my friend was like, you gotta try a YouTube channel, you gotta. And so I made a couple videos, got a lot of negative heat. And I like pulled back again. I was like, oh, I'm terrified. I don't want to do this. And then like with all the therapy I've been doing and all the confidence I've been like, just building in my life with my brand and, my expertise and helping you guys out. I was like, fuck it. Like, I really want to do it. I enjoy doing it. Like, I'm sure I know what I have to say is going to help guys. So a couple months ago, I got back at it, like feet to the ground. And yeah, I've been doing it a couple months now. So yeah. Thanks for asking. Okay. Jessica, I got catfished? No! I was so scared my cousin was going to get catfished on his date yesterday. Okay, she used filters. Oh, okay. I went through the date. I had a decent time, but the more I thought about it, I felt lied to, and I can't get over it. I like big girls, but not big into liars. That's a good, you know what? And sadly, Ferris, no. Sadly, this is something that happens in our society. The fact that she used filters is one thing. I thought you meant it was a totally different chick, which my guy friends have been catfished by completely different girls. But, the filters thing, it's hard. That's just something you have to come into. If you like her that much, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a lie. Society, especially nowadays, it makes us feel like shit for what we look like, and it encourages us to be different all the time. Look, you can look better, just use this filter. And we all wanna feel sexy. We all wanna feel like our best looking self, and unfortunately these filters help facilitate that facade. Look at all those F's I put in there. So I wouldn't necessarily call her a liar. A lot of girls buy into it. And if you really like her that much, I would bring it up to her. So yeah, it's all about what you want. Filters are very misleading, I agree. And you know what? Do you know how many guys out there only wear hats and sunglasses in their profiles? We call it getting hatfished. When a guy's super hot with a hat on and then he takes it off and we're like, ah! So yeah, you guys do it too, so don't even. So I wouldn't call her a liar. That is very, very harsh. But yes, filters are extremely misleading. Yeah, it's why online dating is a little annoying. There's been so many times where I've met guys in person, I've been like, oh my God. Ah. There's also been times I've met guys in person, I'll be like, whoa, he's so much hotter in fucking person. So you just never know. You just never know. I'd give her another chance. Again, it's all about how deep of the connection you felt during that date. So yeah, my dad wants me to become a cam girl. Oh my God. You guys weren't kidding about this trolling. What's up with that? Do women care about men's looks? Catfish, yeah. Ferris, please. We care about looks, yeah, of course we do. We all care about looks, unfortunately. And it's unfortunately nowadays in this Instagram era where we want to show everybody like our best, amazing, awesome life. Like women are now so much more superficial than they used to be. I just read a study recently where in the 50s, women valued celibacy most in a partner. Where, they wanted a man who was loyal. They wanted a man who didn't have a lot of partners. And now they value looks more, which tells you where our society is at. However, I will say men have the advantage where if you make us feel good about you, it won't fucking matter what your looks look like or what you look like. My ex was a fucking model. He's a fucking stud, but because he treated me so poorly, like I'm not attracted to that man anymore. Like I look at him and I'm just like, this is somebody who took advantage of me, who lied to me, who, didn't value me or our relationship. And, I can't look at him with the same amount of fervor, so to speak, like no matter what he looks like, no matter how great he looks. So yeah, I will say that you guys absolutely have that advantage because you guys are visual creatures. Like if we're fucking hot, you're going to find a way to like us. But if we're not fucking hot, you won't really find a way to like us. So yeah, you guys have the upper advantage. Use it because if you watch the show Catfish, anytime these guys were catfished and the girls were uglier or fatter, they'd be like, oh, sorry, let's be friends. But anytime the girls were catfished and the guy was uglier or fatter, she was like, I don't care, I love you. Like that's how us girls are. So you guys have the advantage. Freaking use it, please. Hope that helps. Okay, now let's go back to the questions. A 10 with a bad attitude is still ugly. Absolutely. Okay, how can you tell if a girl likes you at the gym? Okay, the gym is an interesting place. At the gym, we women, we're working on our bodies and our body image is we're so much more sensitive about how we look in terms of having our bodies on display. We feel so much more vulnerable. So at the gym, if we like you, we will just stare a lot. We won't necessarily try to be around you because we don't necessarily want you to see how either good, bad like we are at working out or we don't want to be critiqued but on our body at all. So we might not try to be around you, which is completely different from any other outing or setting when a woman likes you, because we will try to find a way to stand next to you. So at the gym, the best you could do is getting looks. If you catch her looking more than twice, she fucking wants it. I hope that helps. So yeah. Okay, where are we on time? Ooh, we got about 10 minutes now. Just get on the squat rack. Yeah, do it. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Oh, poor Ferris boy. Okie doke. Let's see. Okay. This girl peeks behind the equipment to look at me. Definitely going to pound it. Yeah, you are. I love it. How do I deal with FOMO relative to a woman of interest when using the pull away method? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Fear of missing out. That's a scarcity mentality. That's all I'll say about FOMO. Okay, FOMO is, for those of you who don't know, it's fear of missing out. And if you have that fear of missing out, you basically have this inherent belief that, oh no, I'm not included. So anytime you have that mentality, what you're telling yourself is that you are not a good time. You're not okay on your own. And you're upset about other people having something great that you didn't get to be a part of. That's something I had a big problem with that I've been working on in therapy is FOMO. Like, oh no, I'm not included, I'm not included. So yeah, that's something way deeper. I really hope that Guys, I can't stress this enough. I really hope all of you guys do therapy. Me and my cousin always say, her and I do the same type of EMDR therapy, which I mentioned in another one of my live streams. And we just wish the world was on EMDR. EMDR helps you break through any problematic behaviors or mindsets that keep you from going after what you really want. Period. And for some reason, they don't talk about it in the greater world because they only use it for like trauma survivors. But it really does help if you guys want to get out there and learn more about it. Again, it's called EMDR. Okay, when you going to make a video on positive emotions, women like, what? Everybody likes every positive emotion. What do you mean, MJ? Okay, ooh, Freddie Prince. Oh, Freddie Price, thank you for the super chat. She stares at the gym but has a boyfriend. Why? Because you look good, dude. Do you know how many chicks with boyfriends are always staring like, oh, fuck, he's hot. It just happens. If you see a beautiful painting, you stop and look. If you see a beautiful sunset, you stop and look. If you see a beautiful man, you stop and look. It just happens. In therapy, because I was a JW. JW. Oh, Marco, hi. Great. I think everybody on this channel should utilize therapy. It's like paying somebody else to deal with your problems so you don't have to. Again, I'm somebody who I'm constantly thinking about how I can grow, how I can make myself better. The mindsets of my own that limit me, my own problematic behaviors that sabotage me getting what I want. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for the super chat. So yeah, therapy is an amazing way to help break through those barriers, specifically EMDR. I'm not a fan of talk therapy now that I've done EMDR because they literally, like, you literally process out all the negative shit that formulated in your brain from 0 to 9, because by 9 years old, our personalities are completely formed. So yes, guys, therapy, I cannot stress that enough. As a former therapist and somebody who's been ongoing in therapy, check it out. Okay, never mind haters, Jess, seriously. Whoa. They literally are non-factors. Thank you. Learn to not give an F when they type. Thank you. I appreciate that, Daniel. I really do. Okay. What state or country am I in? I am in the US of A. How do I find a DJ who plays oh God. Taco. Okay, have you ever done sensory deprivation tanks? I haven't. I actually am. I really wanted to. I've had a bunch of friends who have used it and they said it was great. So I did want to check it out. Okay, Jessica, how should we approach a first date with someone you met online? Should I just go for a quick low pressure coffee situation or more of a planned date? I would absolutely, I always say for first dates, what you want to know is, can I stand to sit with this person? You want to know if you can have a conversation with them in person. I know for me, a lot of people, I hear from a lot of guys, I took her out to this great dinner. Why? You don't like, you don't know if you can even stand to sit with her yet. I always go for super low pressure situation. I think a great first date is ask her to go grocery shopping with you. Like, hey, I got to get groceries for the week. You got to get groceries for the week. Let's do it together. It's a great way to like talk and do something active with one another and just, be by each other's side. So yeah, or coffee is fine. You don't want to spend a lot of money on the first date because you don't know if you're even going to get along. So that's a really great question. I appreciate you asking it. Almost anything other than a movie is good. Me and my cousin were saying that the other day. Okay, how do I bring up Pound Town during conversation? I mean, that's a loaded question. Why are you don't need to. Again, flirting is insinuating that there's an us. There doesn't necessarily need to be talk of sex in order to flirt. Flirting just means I'm gonna talk about us having a relationship or being together, period. So yes, thank you for the advice. You're welcome. So happy to do this. Jessica J, I think most men try to insulate ourselves from rejection and it's killing us. Yeah, I completely agree. I think a lot of us do. Rejection is not easy, guys. Evolutionarily speaking, the people that survived were the ones who were able to commune together. Whereas, if you got rejected, it meant like that fucking bear was gonna eat you. So it's ingrained, it's hardwired in our bodies to connect physically. And, to feel rejected means, oh my God, we might die. And a lot of people do have that physiological response sometimes when it comes to rejection. So yeah, really great point. What's your view on wearing makeup? Hey, you know, whatever floats your boat. Again, like, I'm from LA. I know way too many men who wear makeup, even if it's just like foundation. That's like the thing to do now. So rejection is a hit below the belt. It's how we recover that makes the difference. Absolutely. Great point, Tom. I love it. Okay, guys, we're almost out of time. We have time for one more question. I was so glad to do this with you. A little side note. Thank you, Ed. So I'm actually going to a Tony Robbins event next week, Wednesday to Monday. So I won't be doing a live stream next Saturday. I'm sorry, I won't be doing one on Wednesday either. But the videos will be coming out. There's no. So I won't be here next week, guys. So if you have a super pressing question, ask it right now for the last time. I'm from LA South Central and I'll never wear makeup. Good for you, Harry. How many dogs do I have? I have 2. I have a Chihuahua. Thanks, Kim. I'm super stoked. I have a Chihuahua named Tyrion, Boston Terrier named Bears. I'm not playing you guys for Tony Robbins. I'm doing it to like help become a better person for you guys. Yeah. Twerk before I go. I'm not twerking. Is my Austin event still on? My Austin event is still on. It's in the works. Not sure if it's still happening in February, but it absolutely is for sure still happening. Guys, don't worry. Details will come up. But yeah. Okay, Jess. Hey, Orlando. Long time. Oh, haven't seen you in a while. Okay. Okay, what does a woman mean when she wants you to be happy and healthy? It means she wants to get the best version of you. I know for me, when me and my ex were dating, he was super stressed about work all the time. So I was always begging him to, you know, take care of himself, go to the doctor. He had a lot of health problems. And I wanted him to be happy and healthy because he was making me fucking miserable with all his stress and taking it out on me. So when we say we want you to be happy and healthy, we just want you to be your best self so that you can be a best self to us. I hope that helps. It sounds very selfish and self-centered, but really everything we do is, right? Okay, guys, that will conclude our live stream for today. Remember, no live stream next week. I'm so sorry. Don't hate me. Yeah, that's about it. Please pray. If praying is your thing, please pray for Vera's boys' full recovery by Kim from his spinal surgery and this poor guy losing it in his freaking cage. I hope you guys have an awesome week. Yeah, the videos will be coming out, but I just won't be doing live streams for the next week or so. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, okay? I will take a pic with Tony. Hopefully I can. So yeah, bye guys. It was good seeing you. Bye, Don. Good seeing you again. Love you guys. You're my favorite part of the week. I'll see you soon enough.